Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be discussing my breast augmentation and any questions you guys may have had. Since I had insinuated I was going to get my breast done, I felt like a lot of people have been DMing me and asking me questions about it, and I just didn't want to answer everybody one by one because I felt like it was going to be repetitive. So I am bringing you guys a video. If you guys want to learn more about breast augmentation and my experience, please keep on watching. So first question, why did I get my breasts done? Ever since I could remember, I've always wanted to get my boobs done. I literally can track back in my memory till I was like 12. And I know that's really early because, you know, we're all going through puberty at that age. But I went to school with all these motherfuckers probably having like GMO, chicken, and all this extra shit put in their food because, I don't know, these girls had really big boobs at the age of 12. So I was giving myself a late bloomer title, and I was like, I'll get these boobs when I'm 15. That didn't happen. Didn't happen at 18. Didn't happen at 20. Still didn't get no boobs. I'm just kidding. I had something to hold me down, but I just wasn't. It wasn't more so a self-confidence issue. I always was pretty solid in who I was, but I just felt like I was lacking something, and I just needed a little something there. Being small also too has to play into it. If you're already small and you lack extra curves and features, finding clothes is pretty hard. All my little skinny minis can relate, and I know people are probably looking at me like that's not an issue, but it was an issue for me growing up. You guys can't relate. Don't tell me how to feel. So that's exactly why I got my breasts done. I just felt like I needed that extra oomph in my life, not again for self-confidence purposes, but just overall like how I dress and all that aesthetics and all that good stuff. Another question I got was, so who is my doctor and how much, and is there a payment plan option? I'm about to get them done like yesterday. So my clinic does offer payment plans. I got my breast done at CG Cosmetics in Miami, Florida. I also feel like there was some bad press in regards to this clinic. So again, do your research. I did my research and I researched the doctor himself, not the clinic. In regards to like bad press, they just don't get enough people. They have such a high volume amount of people calling and making appointments that they sometimes don't call back or don't get back to you in a timely manner. Like sometimes I would get calls back like 2 days later when I called about something that needed immediate attention. That's the only downside that I didn't like about the clinic I was working with, but other than that, the experience was great. My doctor was Dr. Freeman. Again, I googled him personally. He had his own practice and he's been doing plastic surgery for 20 plus years. I only looked him up in regards to breast augmentation, but I know he does other surgeries. So also feel free to do that, to look into him. Was a payment plan. I chose not to do a payment plan. I paid the $3,500 up front. It is cheaper than getting it back home in Massachusetts, so that's why I got it done in Miami. So it was $3,500 to get my breast done. Where are you going for my boobs? And yep, I already answered that question. What size are my boobs? I need those. So I still don't know what size my breasts are. It's been almost a week and I'm so swollen. I don't know exactly where I'm at, but I know that I'm probably a mid C to a small D. That was also reassured by my doctor. I have a 400 cc on this side of my breast. Is it this side? No, it's my right. I have 400 cc's on my right and 420 on my left. With that being said, my right side of my boob is larger than my right, so that's why I didn't need as much implants than the other one did. How do they feel? They feel like rocks. They feel like fucking rocks. When I first got out of surgery, they hurt so bad. Honestly, I woke up and it wasn't like in the movies where the girl looks down at her chest, she's like, oh my god, I have tits. I literally looked at my chest and I was pissed because the pain hurts so much. It's a different type of pain. It's not unbearable, but it's just like I really feel like the analogy I keep giving everybody is I feel like a 500-pound man sat on my chest and has yet to alleviate a leg or anything. He was just sitting there the whole time. So I was really, really upset getting up from surgery and experiencing that pain right off the bat. Also, funny story, I told my friend who was watching me that I didn't need drugs. because I don't take drugs. I don't take any sort of pain medication. If I have a headache, I kind of, wing it and call it a day. I just feel like your body naturally knows how to heal itself, so it doesn't need extra medications. So he took that as a cue to not get me my drugs. He took that as an opportunity to be like, well, Steph says she's fine with no drugs. You don't need it, blah, blah, blah. Bro, I just got out of surgery. How are you gonna listen to my dumb ass who says she doesn't even take Advil? I get it. I did say that and I take it back, but in real life, I was struggling. We get to the hotel and I'm like, bro, where are the meds? And he was like, what meds? I'm like, what do you mean what meds? I need these drugs today. Long story short, he got me my medication. Life was grand after I got drugged up off of those drugs. Speaking of which, I have them with me here. So these were prescribed by the doctors. I don't know exactly. So this is, I can't pronounce that. This one is for antibiotics. So in case you get any bacteria, it's able to fight it off. A perk. I didn't want to really take this. I wasn't scared I was going to become a junkie and, get addicted to it. But I just didn't want to take it. But it did save my life for the first 2 days. And then this one is for muscle spasms. So this one helped overall the whole week. So I was taking those 3 drugs all through this week. Honestly, I was forgetting to take them too. So there have been some days I didn't take them accordingly because I personally feel like I didn't really need them. After 2 days, I think that's another question. How long does the pain last? It doesn't really hurt. Honestly, the first 2 days were like the worst days. Figuring out how to move your arms and things were just uncomfortable. Also just realizing that you just got boobs and you don't know what to do with the boobs. They're like sort of in your way, they're not in your way. But just acclimating yourself and your body to having boobs. That was something different. You do saline. All right, so there's 2 different types of implants. So one is saline and one is silicone. I went with saline only because I've been very, very thorough in my research. Again, this is a personal preference. Everyone has a personal opinion, and I'm not going to say that either one is less dangerous than the other. It's more so, again, a personal preference upon the conclusion that I've got based on my research. Again, feel free to do whatever you want. The majority of the public gets silicone only because it looks and feels more real. Saline will still produce those same results. The only thing with saline is that if it ruptures, at least I will know that it ruptures because my boob will start to deflate. Opposed to silicone, when a silicone implant ruptures, it's not noticeable. It's not detectable. The gel within the silicone capsule just sticks onto it and may leak in your body. It may get stuck on certain organs. And when you do go get an MRI or testing, that's the only way to know if it ruptured or not. So just the fear of, God forbid, these don't fucking rupture. God forbid that happens. At least I will know with saline because my boob will kind of deflate a little bit and it will look disproportionate to the other. So I can get that fixed right away, as opposed to silicone, I will not know right off the bat unless I get an MRI. So with that being said, it is a personal preference to what implant you want to get. But again, do your research, weigh out the options, the pros and cons. That was a con for me for silicone, and I was just like, I didn't want to do it just for that main reason. But I know saline will still be a good option for me. I just felt like it was just going to be, in terms of health-wise, I felt like it was going to be a better option. I'm excited for this. I feel like people get cosmetic surgery and they pretend like they never did. So I'm grateful that you took us on this journey and you were so open with questions and willing to answer them. It really means a lot. Honestly, when I got the idea of getting my breasts done, for real, when I initially was just like, I'm going to get my boobs done this year, I knew in the back of my head that I wanted to share this experience. Only because, this person DM'd me, said, there's just a negative connotation against body modifications or getting any sort of surgery done that's meant to be cosmetics as opposed to being for your health. And people maybe feel embarrassed about it. I just feel like if you're doing it for yourself, not for other people, then you shouldn't be embarrassed about it. this is your body. You only have one life to live. You got to make it work. So if you're not happy about something and you are able to change it, why not? Why would you be uncomfortable and unsatisfied with who you are because you just feel like shit because people are going to start talking about you? Like, fuck that shit. Honestly, like, this is, again, your life. Do what's best for you. And I just felt like I wanted to share that experience from beginning to end thoroughly. There's nothing for me to hide. Everyone's gonna know I got my boobs done as soon as I get back to Massachusetts. It's not something I can't hide. And even if you were to get like a butt implant or your nose done or your chin or any sort of lip injections or whatever, just know that it's okay. Everyone gets it. We're in a world now that if you're not happy with something, you can always alter it. And it's not to say that you weren't beautiful before. It's only just an enhancement for something better. So that's basically all I have. I guess my top tips are through this whole experience too, because I feel like people have been questioning how I'm moving and mobile and not complaining about being in pain so much. Again, everyone's pain tolerance is different. I've had people tell me that their ex-girlfriends were in bed for like 2 weeks at a time. I've had friends tell me that they were in bed for 3 or 4 days. I was literally on this couch for 2 days straight. And then I just kept walking around and being mobile. My fear was that if I sat down too long, I was gonna get lazy, and the pills already make me drowsy as it is, so I just didn't want to get comfortable being on a couch. And then immediately going back to work when I get back from Miami, like, I thought it was gonna be a problem. Like, the transition was gonna be harder for me, so I'd just rather just get up on my feet and move around, so that way I can acclimate myself better when I get back to work. So the first 2 days are gonna be hard. They were hard for me, and even though, like I said, my pain tolerance is high, it hurt. It was uncomfortable. Again, I just felt like someone was sitting on my chest. It's hard to just move your arms. You kind of feel useless for the first 2 days, but after, you're moving around, you're supposed to kind of move your arms around just so that way you're not stuck in that position of being below your shoulders. Any other questions? Feel free again to DM me, message me, comment below. Please like and subscribe as well if you want to see more videos like this. I'm more than happy to share as much information as you guys need it. So yeah, bye guys.